Two guys living the dream of entrepreneurship while balancing the tricky act of fatherhood. Join Eric and Brandon each week to share their experiences about growing a business, raising a family, and navigating through life. So go ahead, free up some time you already don't have, and give the Preneur podcast a listen.
Hi, this is Brandon from Preneur coming at you live from Orlando, Florida. Subbing for my brother from another mother, partner in crime, Eric Bunch. I got my other brother from a number, Vincent Thomas, a.k.a. Snipes.
I don't have any movies coming out quite yet. Production's been slow, money's low. But I'm here doing this podcast. It's my first, and I'm happy to be here.
Well, welcome to the show. You wouldn't have to go to podcasting if you'd pay your taxes, but you didn't. Here you are now.
Well, here's my redemption story. We're going to start it off here, and I'm filling in for Mr. Eric Bunch. He's a little under the weather right now.
Battling the flu.
It's a fight. It is a fight.
It's a real battle.
Fever was heated. No pun intended.
I had to stroke his hair last night. I don't know why we did that, but it's kind of weird. But he felt that bad. I just felt bad for him, so got his hair stroked.
It's what had to happen to make him feel better. I'm glad you took one for the team on that.
Hey, Snipes, you were there too, okay? Don't act like you weren't stroking his hair either.
I was there, but I wasn't hair.
That's odd. I stay from the face up. All right. In all seriousness, today we're going to talk about stress and pressure. We're going to have a little real talk here since we're in Orlando, Florida. I figure that's how we should do things today, being that we have not Eric Bunch here to keep us in line. So real talk, stress and pressure. How do we handle it? So Snipes, how about you first tell us a little bit about you? Let's hear about you before the movies.
Me, I'll tell you, well, you know where I grew up because you grew up there too. I grew up in a small town called Bronson, Florida. Very small, west of Gainesville, about 20 minutes. Life was something out there. You know, there's a lot of people that wanted to better themselves. You know, wanted to be something, and get to see a lot of them live their dreams today. You know, that's pretty good. And as far as talking about me, that's what I like to see. I like to see people do things and expand and try new things. That's what I'm about. You know, as of today, this is my first, as I said. I've wanted to do a podcast for a long time, and opportunity opened up. I hate that Eric had to get sick for it to happen, but I want to add a little something to the show.
Hey, we're best friends. We grew up together in the same town. We know each other for 30 years. You know my mom knows yours, or
yes. Whatever.
You know, your mom made the best Kool-Aid, by the way. I still don't know her secret, but I used to walk 3 miles to his house just to get some Kool-Aid, man. Because my old mother, Mom, I love you, but she wouldn't make me Kool-Aid.
I'll tell you the secret.
Sad story.
Sugar. That's it.
Yeah, well, my mom was doing this Diet Coke thing, you know. It's your water, Diet Coke at the house, and you get tired of drinking water, so you drink Diet Coke. I was addicted to the stuff for a long time. Brad, my older brother, by the way, would carry bottles of 2 liters in the shower. Well, yeah, a little worse off than I did. I wasn't that bad. So 5 empty bottles of 2 liters in the shower. Awesome.
Oh gosh. See, that's what I'm talking about. And your mom was probably stressed by that. Probably caused her a little stress having to clean up after that mess. You know, and what we're talking about today, stress and pressure. A lot of people may think that stress and pressure are the same, when in fact, they're not. 2 different phases of activity. That way, when's the last time you've been stressed, man?
Man, I'm stressed every day because as an entrepreneur, you know, I don't have that constant 9-to-5 job, that paycheck. You know, but I do have freedom, but at the same time, I gotta hustle every day. I gotta chase, to make sure I feed my family. So I'm always chasing. I mean, but let's be honest for a minute. I love to chase. You know that about me.
That's it.
I like to be the lion chasing the gazelle, and I get so happy when I get to the gazelle. There's sometimes I end up becoming the gazelle. There's those days where you get eat up.
Oh, that's it. You know, and with that stress, trying to chase the gazelle, chase it down, you finally catch that gazelle every now and again. Once the chase begins, there is pressure. Pressure is when you're in the moment, when you're at the task at hand. The stress is everything leading up to it. 2 different phases of the mind.
So you're saying pressure means you're at this bar, you walk up to a beautiful girl, and you want to ask her out, but you feel so much pressure, you don't really know what to say, so you get tongue-tied a little bit, and you end up talking about something very random, and you get yourself in a side situation, and the girl gives you a phony phone number. You know, and
the 9-digit move.
Yeah, the 9-digit move.
Yeah, 9-digit move. Yeah.
By the way, it never happened to me. Just want to put that out there. But for other
Rumors,
guys,
stories.
now I've been rejected, but never got a fake number. I'm proud of that.
See, and that's just it. The stress of that all will come before. The stress is if you don't have somebody and you're out looking. Like, that is stressful, especially if you want a companion. And the pressure comes in when you finally meet that person and you want to talk to them and you want to get to know them, and there may be some resistance. There's pressure to move on to the next level, no matter what that may be.
Makes sense. So for pressure for me, like I said, trying to make a sale every day, going to someone, trying to get them to say yes, convince them, hey, you need my service. We got to rock and roll a pest controller, and we can get you results. Now, we can't get you results, but just, trying to get them to do it, because every sale helps me and my family out, and I just had a newborn. So right now, every sale I make goes to my son, it goes to diapers, and it goes to formula.
Well, you gotta keep him diapered, and you gotta keep him with nutrition. I mean, formula is important, and I tell you, going through that every day is a stress in itself. Every morning you wake up, you probably feel a little bit of stress. Just, okay, this has to happen. I need to make this happen. You're in the midst of it, and once you get to work, then you start to feel a little pressure, especially if you have to go out in the field like you did this week. I mean, you were working a little bit out of your element, even though you started this whole thing.
Yeah, there's one man, one backpack, and killing mosquitoes, helping people take back their yard. That's what I did. But I haven't been in the field a while because, I've enjoyed the fruit of my labor and building. I had guys do it for me, but we were down a staff member, and I had to go out and do it, which I love killing mosquitoes, man, because I'm the best at it, and it's therapy for me, and I'm killing the deadliest creature in the world. I feel like people should call me a hero, but they don't, and it makes me really sad. But
Sad, man.
We should get up there and just call us heroes, man. But yeah, I had to get out of my element this week and go out in the field, But it's like riding a bike, man. Once you've done 1,000, it's like second nature, and that's what it is for me. And I killed a lot, man. The first few was, it wouldn't get in my routine like I normally did. But after that, man, I was knocking out left and right, man, battling, man. Almost kind of envisioned myself, like I was King Arthur, that sword of ball, Excalibur.
Yes.
King Arthur, by the way, chose me. I got Excalibur last week. Freaking awesome, man. Freaking awesome.
The sword is cool. We got to check
I let him
it out.
touch my
Elvis.
sword. He held my sword.
And hey, it's shiny. No sheath though. Need a sheath. How you gonna unsheath the sword with no sheath?
We should get a sheath, man. That's probably the next thing.
They gotta have one.
I'll call Arthur and see what he can do.
Oh man, you think Arthur's gonna get service way out there?
Might. You never know.
Yeah, we should try it. Give him a call.
The funny thing is, when I got my sword, my wife looked at me and said, "What's this?" I was like, "It's a sword. It's Excalibur." I pulled it from the stone. I said, "What's Excalibur? What the hell is this sword? Are you crazy, man? What the hell's wrong with you?" I was like, "Baby, it's Excalibur. King Arthur chose me. Don't you know King Arthur? I'm Chinese. I don't know your American toys, okay?" So I was all happy, but she took my thunder away from me for that split moment. But I got it back once I explained it to her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's cool. King Arthur chose you, man. That's pretty awesome." Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, the young lady you're speaking of helped you with the first half of our title of this podcast. Helped you with the dad part of it all. She's very instrumental. So tell me a little bit about just you being a dad and how that falls after your day from work. Like, you work hard all day and you got to put that dad hat on.
I would say my biggest problem as an entrepreneur is I'm the only one that has the income coming in. So I work all day. I feel that pressure and that stress. I'm chasing a lot. And I'm just trying to make sure they have a good life, have the life I didn't have, so they live a nice life. And I don't want my wife to work. I want her to enjoy time at home with the kids, So I sacrifice my time to do it. But at the same time, I feel guilty because I'm not there like I should be. I want to be home with them and, and hang out and have fun. Because I love my kids. I'm a kid person at heart, My kids are awesome. Especially my little girl, man. She's just makes me so happy, and she's so pretty. Here's the thing, though. She looks like her mom. She's very, very beautiful. But here's the problem. She has my personality, and that is a dangerous combo. Imagine me if I was really hot back in the day with my personality. And dangerous, right? Well, I created one. Like I said, that's my talent. Everybody knows I make good-looking babies. And that's just not a parent just saying because of the child saying he has a good-looking kid. No, my children are actually good-looking.
I tell you, Gosh, little Lulu, she's in a couple of the mosquito hunter ads. Her ads have definitely, garnered some oohs and ahs, some likes as well. She definitely hates mosquitoes, just like her dad.
You know what? This is how I know she's actually my child. What she's been asking all week since I've been gone.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Mama, I want French fries. French fries, Mama. French fries.
From Burger King, I take it.
McDonald's. We all McDonald's had the best fries.
I got it. I understand. But we're fans of the BK, so I figured maybe
It's like a big disservice though. Burger King's got the best burgers, but McDonald's got the best fries. It's like you almost have to go to Burger King, just get the burger, and then go to McDonald's and get the fries, which I have done that a few times.
I swear they're in cahoots.
Fat man problems. Listen, and I'm the only one that can call me fat because I can still run to hell like anybody else, and no one can keep up with me. But no one else called me fat. Okay?
That's why there was no hashtag on that. So.
Yeah, no hashtag. Okay?
No hashtag.
It's okay for me. No one else.
Wow, see. No one should tell you that because that just be rude. Bring your self-esteem down, and nobody wants that. That would also cause a little bit of stress.
It would cause stress.
That cause some stress. You'd feel like you'd have to work out a little harder, or you may have to eat a little less. And gosh, I don't think you can work out any harder. And well, damn, there's so much good food out there. I don't think you want to eat any less.
Listen, I've tried diets and eating better. The majority of the time, I've eaten better than I can, but I have never been able to quit a Whopper. Something about that Whopper, man. It's like I get sick and I get withdrawal if I don't have one a week. I gotta have it, man. It's just what it is. Something about the Whopper.
It's pretty
I
good.
just can't quit you. You can't quit either. You don't gain weight, man.
No, I can't. I'll have a Whopper.
Jealous
anytime
of you.
Somebody offers me one, or if I just haven't had one in a while, gotta get that fix. It is one of the best burgers on the planet, if not the best. Now, it's not as good as my personal burgers, the one I make at home.
You make some really good burgers. I'll give you that.
Thank you, sir. But
You've gotten better over the years.
it's taken. I've had to apply my craft. I've had to hone it.
Remember when you were over at my house, back when we were teenagers, I was making our own little sauce, mixing everything up, and you cooking them burgers. Tastes like charcoal.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Those burgers weren't very good. That was teenage cooking skills. Our mothers were thankfully making food for us at the time, and we decided to venture off on our own. It was a very Oregon Trail type of venture. We really didn't know what was going on.
No, we did not. But living in a small town, you can't drive, man. There's not much to do, so you got to be creative. Imagine if we had cell phones, these smartphones, and all this other new stuff that they have now. What would we do?
All this fancy stuff that's around now. Gosh, we're able to do this podcast from halfway across the state. This is tremendous. And the entrepreneur part, the dadpreneur, the preneur part of the title, that's how that money comes in. What in the world made you even want to run a mosquito company? What would make you want to go out and kill mosquitoes for money? That's what we do. What made you want to even do that?
Well, I don't know if I shared my story before. I've talked about it a lot because I just like talking about myself. But I decided to go into business for myself from a hospital bed. I had this bad thing that happened to me. I was really sick. Died for 2 minutes. Technically, I'm the walking dead. But in that moment, man, it's like I realized I wasn't really living my life. I let everybody control me and tell me what I was supposed to do. I wanted to be a cop my whole life. I trained it. Went to police academy. Went to St. Leo, 3.78 GPA. So I worked my butt off to get this on paper. Man, I was a shoo-in, and I finally did get there. But then after I got there, the day after, I got in this bad car accident, hit by a lawn maintenance company, not paying attention. Woman driving suspended license, caused a brain injury, ended up in the hospital. 2012, blank payment. I was so doped up, not by choice. And then October 18th, 2012, 2 minutes, I was gone, and I came back. And from right there in that moment is when I decided to go into business for myself, because Mitt Romney said I should. He said every young person should open up a business, and I took that literally. Now, I did not know I wanted to go into pest control business. I knew the service business would be an idea, but that was just my moment of I wanted to do from right there in that moment in the hospital bed. I need something to grab onto. But here's the thing about being on the bottom. There's only one way to go up, and that's the top. So from that moment on, I was like a new person.
Yeah.
I started living my life and doing what I want to do and saying what I want to say. It's true freedom. And I don't let people hold me back. So whatever people think about me, I mean, that's their opinion. But ultimately, I learned through this whole time what matters is what you think about yourself, because you're your own worst enemy. Versus all the naysayers, you're your own worst critic. So you gotta have positive vibes. You think positive, you're gonna be positive, and you're gonna have that can-do attitude like Rocky.
Now,
Eye of the tiger.
Eye of the tiger. See, and that's what I enjoy. That's why we've remained friends for so long, because
That was my spark in personality.
well, that's part of it, But the fact that you're not some doctor, you're not some therapist. You gave great advice on air. You run mosquito hunters, and
I do.
That just shows you. You mentioned Mitt Romney. He didn't become our president when he was running, but the advice that he gave to my friend here, he took it and he started a business with that very advice. It just goes to show you that if you listen, you can get advice from anywhere. Don't discard it because of who's bringing it. Take what they're giving you. Take what they're saying, and throw it around in your brain. Throw it around in your heart. Listen to it for a second. You may be able to use it. Sometimes the package that it arrives in doesn't matter.
Clear eyes, full hearts, anything's possible. You just gotta believe, brother. Gotta believe.
Always have done that. We're like I said, we're able to do something like this. This has been a dream of ours off and on before podcasting was a thing. We talked about radio. We'd listen to various radio shows. We'd listen to music on the radio. We'd go, that'd be pretty cool, just sit there on the radio and be able to talk to an audience. Be able to know that there are ears out there listening to you.
True fact. We were sitting in Gainesville one time years ago at our apartment that we shared together, and I told Vince, what'd be cool? Because how many people ask us for rides to come pick them up? We should start a riding service. But we didn't, because we didn't know how to start it. We knew nothing about business. Didn't know how to start it, but we just had the ideas, But we didn't run with it. We let, society and people talk us out of, doing something on our own. And look what happened. Uber, multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah, I think Uber's the thing. That it is. Uber amazes me, because if taxi companies would have just all worked together, they could have been Uber. But they decided to territory themselves and just hoard their own clients and hoard their own money. Now they're all looking around confused. I bet they want to work together now, because Uber's taking over. I don't have to drive anywhere when we go places. Hey, find an Uber. Find one, you get it and go. And that's something that we actually thought of before it was a thing. Just think we had the resources to do so.
Man, it's been amazing. Wish I could go back to. Well, how old am I now? I forget. Technically I'm 34.
I was gonna say 27. I thought that's how old you were.
I am 27, but if you want to go by my birth year, I'm 34.
Well,
technically.
Nobody cares about birth years anymore.
Yeah, definitely. Ariana Grande. Yeah. I told you people love that, man.
Yeah.
You gotta listen to me. Yeah. Break up with your best friend. Yeah.
Hey, don't give our commercials away now.
Spray it in the morning. Yeah.
You're gonna have to watch YouTube. You're gonna have to scroll our Facebooks to see the new ad. There's gonna be a grande discount. No pun intended.
So, audience, for the millions and millions of audience listening around the world, I would like for y'all to do us a favor. Go on our Facebook page, Preneur, and tell me, how do you handle pressure? And what idea that you had that you didn't move with, that you didn't follow through, and why? Love to hear from you guys. I would like to believe we're a show that likes to listen to our audience and interact. I love interaction, so give me something to work with here.
That's it. So here it is. So are you the canvas? Are you the paint? What part of the art are you? Are you the clay? Like what are you?
I like to believe I'm the paint, because I'm making it.
You're the paint. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm making it, man. I'm very creative.
So somebody just needs to come along with the right brush and be like, all right, I'm not mixing this with anything. I got my Brandon paint here, and here I go. I'm just
ballin', okay?
Ballin' paint. Yeah, and the Ballin' brand is something that
we be ballin'.
It's something that I personally have taken. I've taken
catchy,
it to
right?
heart. It is catchy. I mean, it's something that we could take on. Bond Productions. I mean, right now we're just doing podcasts, but eventually we'd love to move into video, potentially shows, movies, things of that nature. We already film our own content as far as commercials, mosquito hunters, and if you've seen any, the end of the Ghost commercial is coming soon. It says it right at the end of the video, so it's true.
Yeah, keep waiting. It's coming. You were going to ask me about how I met my awesome wife, right? How did I get this beautiful Asian woman? And I told you I was Asian sensation, by the way. You just finally believe me. I've been saying that for 20 years.
You have been saying that, and I just think that there maybe have been none around where we live. Maybe that's the case. There just weren't enough around.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I saw one in Bronson.
You know what?
Mystery. Where's there an Asian in Bronson in the years we grew up?
Yes, there was. His name was Kazanari.
That does not count. It's a guy, okay?
His name
We're
was
not counting
Kazanari.
guys, we're counting girls, okay?
He was
'Cause
there.
That's no fun.
He was there. He was in Mr. Fisher's music class. You actually live with Mr. Fisher.
I remember Mr. Fisher.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Oh, I think Kazanari tried to teach. Big B tried to teach him Chinese, I believe.
Chinese.
Yeah.
Should have came to me.
You know what? If I can find him and hit him up, I'll tell him, hey, why don't you go to Brandon Allen and go learn Chinese?
We're talking about Big B. We talk to Big B all the time. What up, Big B? Are you still walking? It's the most hilarious thing. You walk from Pizza Hut to Gainesville. I've never seen you walk in my life. But that was hilarious. Just wanted to remind you if you're listening. Braden Glover, talking about you. He's bigger than me. That's why I call him Big B. Big dude.
Oh, God.
I think we got away from the subject. We were talking about how I met my wife, and somehow we talked about Brandon Glover.
I was gonna tell you, like, how did you meet the lovely Hio? How'd you meet her?
Well, it all started me, technically dying for 2 minutes. I decided right then and there that I was gonna live my life, and one of the things I always wanted to do was to go to China. I've never been a plane before in my life, but my whole mentality is I'm gonna go big or go home. I commit hard. So summer 2013, I flew to China. I went to Shanghai. I went to Beijing, climbed the Great Wall. They say you're not a man, by the way, until you climb the Great Wall. I've been running a few miles on there. I mean, it's pretty awesome. You know how hard it is to breathe up there, though? Because it's what's that word called? When you go up?
Elevation.
Yeah, the elevation. There you go. That's why I'm talking to you. You're smart. Whatever. So Eric's not here to really guide me.
No, that's okay. Like I said, I'll stand in and we'll make that. We'll be the rudder. We'll be the rudder for your plane, buddy.
But I met this dude. He had like a two-man foo, the long ponytail hair. And he told me, he's like, hey, listen, man, you should go check out this place called Nanjing, China, man. Really cool place. They got this really cool lake over there. Check it out. So I took his advice, and I went over to Nanjing, China. And I went to this lake, and I was traveling up this hill, and there's this open body of water. Now over in China, they have a water shortage, so it's normal to see people bathe in a lake because there's not much water. So as I walked up this lake, I saw this beautiful, beautiful woman, breathtakingly beautiful, bathing in the lake, but she was crying. So curiosity got the best of me, so I go up and ask her, say, hey, why do you cry? Are you okay? And she turned around and she looked at me with her beautiful brown eyes. She says, because I didn't have love until I met you. And she took me right then and there, and I took her back home with me. And that's how I met my wife.
What a story.
True love story, right from the movies.
Oh, gosh. To be able to hear that, and for our audience to know that's how you found your marriage, that led you to the beautiful kids that you have together. I mean, just water in a lake. I mean, how beautiful was that?
Just think about it, though. If I didn't go to China and I didn't take that man, the two-man foo, little short dude, didn't go to Nanjing, I would never have my beautiful children, Lulu, Alan, and Lucas Allen.
That just shows you the psst over here guy. Trust it. Always trust the psst over here guy.
Dude, I gotta tell you though, Lucas, he poos a lot. That's how I know he's my son. He's Alan. Poos a lot, man. Eats a lot. But if you feed him, he's happy, doesn't cry. But he poos a lot as well. He poos like a hurricane. I think like yesterday was like Hurricane Elmo.
Hurricane Elmo. Yeah, that sounds like a hurricane.
Like you felt the force of the wind blowing, and then you just felt a flurry of poo coming out.
That would be disgusting. And
well,
No, I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could weather that storm. Well, let's just say that. That's why you're the dad in this group.
That's true. Luckily, there was no accidents. No one got hurt. Just a lot of poo. Smelled really bad. But
Who had to deal with all that cleanup?
I want to say me and get the credit, but it's my wife.
Trophy goes to your wife.
She's a champ. She can handle all the poo. I have stomach problems, yo.
Hence the poo.
The poo is a lot of poo. All right, Snipes, you want to share anything with our audience here? We're about to run out of time.
I tell you, this was a great experience being able to be on. This is my first podcast of any kind. It was tremendous, and I hope I get to come back. Hey, we're
gonna have you back, man. You're awesome.
Hey, but no cause to Eric though. I want Eric to be nice and healthy. And
hey, Eric, Bunch Time Services is going to be back before you know it, and we're still going to have you on the show, and we're wanting to have some guests here. So send us a little shout out on Facebook and reach out to us. We love to have people on the guests, and like I said, get interactive with us, man. We want you to be part of the show. So tell us what you want to know, what you want to learn from us.
And it's not just for dad. It's not just for entrepreneurs. This title stems from Eric and Brandon. They both have 3 kids. They own their own businesses. We work in the same office. And just juggling all that. I've got to meet all Eric's kids. I've obviously met Brandon's kids. They're all tremendous.
Some other guy.
I know him. Me and Landon get along, and Lulu's the hide and seek champ of the world. And Lucas and I are starting to build a little dialogue when he's not eating or sleeping. So I can't wait to see all these kids grow up. You're a tremendous father. Eric is as well. And, your families are both lucky to have you guys as a strong support.
All right, guys, we're going to leave it at today, but thank you for joining the Dadpreneur podcast. Glad for y'all to listen, and y'all have a great Freaky Friday. Yes, I have theme days of the week, just so you know. Manic Monday, Topless Tuesdays, Wacky Wednesdays, Tornado Thursdays, Freaky Fridays, Super Saturdays, Sexy Sundays. Sexy Sundays, I just wear my boxers in the house because that's my moment of freedom. It's nice. It doesn't matter. Whoever comes over, I'm still in my boxers. That's my right as an American. So come join me in Sexy Sundays. Signing off.
Thank you for experiencing the Dadpreneur podcast. Tune in next week for another unpredictable episode. To be a guest speaker, send us a message on the Dadpreneur Facebook page.